Greetings, African people. I'm here to talk about Beyonce's new video and song, Formation. I usually don't do these things, but the imagery within this video is so powerful, and I wanted to just shed some light on my views of this new video. Key phrases: New Orleans, Illuminati, cocky fresh, Giovanni dress, possessive, and she talks about this necklace that she is wearing, some rock necklace, and she talks about her heritage, Negro plus Creole, giving you this Texas Bama. And the imagery of Texas Bama is, think about a long, sexy drink. And as she talks about her baby hair and a Negro love and hot sauce in her bag. The gist of the video, you will have to watch it for yourself. But this left me. I watched this video about 4 times, and each time I went away not really knowing what to think, because I think I see a certain message within this video. But, as a Black sister, I want to not be too hasty. Now, I can't say I have been a fan of Beyonce. I admire her beauty. I admire her ability. I admire her talent and all of that. However, I would like to say that I'm a great fan of Beyonce, but that doesn't mean that I'm dismissing her appeal to the world. She's just hasn't really been someone who's done it for me. But this video has really opened my eyes because the imagery in it is so strong. Number one, there's a lot of Black people that are going to come out here celebrating. And when I take a look at all the individuals who are talking about this video, I don't know what to think or what to say. For one, I know a lot of people in the Black community are coming out feeling so empowered because she's talking about New Orleans. And she definitely have given voice to some gay men or maybe transgendered community or, individuals within the Black community that are of a different sexual orientation. She has definitely, the video starts out with this person named Messi Maya who was murdered. It's such an unfortunate situation. That person was killed. I don't know how he died, but, I'm hoping that it didn't die because of his sexual orientation. But he's featured in the film in the very beginning. And because of this, there are millions of gay men around the world today who are feeling very empowered. This is the power of music and the power of individuals in the music industry to really promote a kind of message and promote, or stand by a certain, let's say, political stance or situation, and can really promote that cause. And so Beyonce can take credit for giving the gay men in the world a great voice right now, because they feel very proud. Now, as far as Black women imagery is concerned, I think it has been very negative, because while she's trying to say that, she's proud of her babies here, I really like that idea that she's promoting it, because so many of our Black women are running around with dead people's hair on their heads, and it's getting to become an epidemic. So I'm glad that she's saying, even though I'm wearing weave and I wear all these extensions, take a look at my baby girl. I have not changed her imagery. And the thing about it is, I don't think it's white people who have all these years been saying negative things about Beyonce's child. I think it's Black people. So that if you think that she's there, promoting Black hair, trying to say that you having Black hair makes you beautiful, that's not what she's doing. What she's actually doing is saying, I love my baby's Black hair. You idiots who have been coming out here and saying all kinds of things about me and my child's hair. I really admire that about her, to say that even though she's wearing weave and all these different extensions, she's not ashamed for her baby girl to look Black or to have Black hair. So that was a very powerful imagery. Then she comes here and she talks about Black girl, the image of her in the car, hanging out from that car, looking like, a typical ghetto hood rat hanging out from a car. And, the man calls her a hoe. And as he's referring to her as a hoe, she's saying she's slain. He calls her a bitch. He tells her that he wants his cornbread and his collard greens. These words have been stereotypical language used about African people, about their food. Cornbread and collard greens have always been very racist and have been a kind of a touch and go situation with African people in terms of them being offended. Yet she talks about how hard she works to get where she's at. She goes hard and she slays. And then she refers to the women who are dancing behind her. She says, either you go hard and slay, trick. She refers to the black women as tricks. If they don't really slay, they're going to go home, right? Then she sexualized the black man by saying that if he can hit it right, then there's a lot of benefits for him. So the black man is now presented as someone who is only good for sex. If he hits it right, she will take him shopping. She will get his music promoted on the air. Now she is presented as this powerful black woman who can make things happen for black men. The image of Martin Luther King is seen in this video, and there are words that says more than a dreamer. So it alludes to the fact that she doesn't just dream, she goes out there and she makes it happen. Then there's an imagery or scene with a little black boy dancing. This is a very powerful image. Black people are just about song and dance. That's what came to my mind. And it's showing that that's all black men know how to do. And there are these black men or police officers in line. And, at the end of his dance, they have their hand up in the air. There's a sign saying, "Stop killing us." But I get the feeling that the way black people are going about it is just dancing as if you can control what happens in the United States with dancing. As if when you dance, it's very powerful. Now, we want to believe that she's, as they would say in Jamaica, bigging up the black community, but that's not what's happening here. Keep in mind that Beyonce's wealth and riches comes from the mainstream, comes from the pushers and promoters within the music industry. It is not African people that she's relying on to make her wealthy. So as she says that, the best revenge is to make paper. You're a bitch when you can stir a conversation. So she's saying, well, all of you are talking about me and saying all these negative things about me. But yeah, I'm the bitch, because if I'm making a lot of money, then I guess that's fine with me. Because in the very end, you see this woman lying on the car and the car is sinking. Right? And I think that's depicting the scene in Louisiana when people were dying in the Hurricane Katrina. And as she's there sinking and going beneath the water, you see another imagery of Beyonce in her room with her nice umbrella. It's kind of a southern look. And she's saying, as you're out there dying, I am in here cool in the shade, enjoying my money. This is a big diss to black people. But you guys don't have any mind. You don't have the ability to look below the surface. All you see, all you hear is Louisiana. All you see is her acting, like those ghetto bimbos. And you see the boy dancing, and you see all these images, and it's like, yeah, slay Beyonce. And she's talking about cocky fresh, that she's saying, you know what? Some of you are telling her that she's too cocky. Those who say that about her, she's really giving you a diss. But she's like, I'm cocky fresh because, even though I'm cocky, I'm ready to do my dance. And there's a play on word here in terms of cocky fresh. You know what that means. I don't have to get into that for you. Beyonce is really sending a very strong message to say, you know what? I am a bitch. That's okay. But I'm the bitch that is on my way to becoming the next Bill Gates, whether you like it or not. And I would suspect that as long as Beyonce is prepared to continue to work for the masters and to present imagery of African people in a light as if the black woman is all she's about is getting it popping and present herself in a sexual way. Nothing is wrong in doing what you have to do. I think she's done the right thing and she's played the right cards for as long as she had to. But there comes a time in a person's life when you've got to say to yourself, okay, I made the money. Now what do I stand behind? And as far as I'm concerned, Beyonce is standing behind the money. That's her choice. That's her life. But as far as African people running out and saying, yeah, it's not about you. The video has nothing to do with New Orleans except to make a mockery of it. The video has nothing to do except to promote, gay lifestyles and nothing. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. But right now, homosexuals and gay people across the world can feel good because someone is putting their stories out there, giving voice to them if they're silenced. And Beyonce is a face of doing that. And so I think the gay rights movement have a lot to thank African people for. And I wish they would join us at some point in promoting our cause, because it is a black president who have now come out and allow gay people to marry in the United States when no other white president have done that. So you have the black people to thank for that. And you have Beyonce now to come out and to promote the imagery and open support for gay people. You have Beyonce to thank for that. And so while African people are mistaking this as a video that is about them and their cause, it really has nothing to do with you. And perhaps the negative things you've said to her about her child and maybe about her own lifestyle, it's her way of saying that while you are busy talking about me and saying all kind of nonsense about me being involved in Illuminati, I am here making money and I'm on my way to becoming the next Bill Gates if opportunity allows that. Touche. Shades throwing at you, even though you're so dunce and so blind. You think it's all about empowering you. It's actually showing you that you're blundering fools. Do you think, Beyonce? Make your money, enjoy your life, do it the way you know how to do it best. Whining and gyrating and staying cocky fresh. Be blessed, everybody. Think on these things.